how did you feel about the response or the reaction to Stray Dogs?
Uh, I mean, I was mostly just surprised. I mean, we knew that the book was good. We really liked it.
Mhm.
When we were making it, we were like, this is cool. I hope people, read it. I hope, I hope people find it. But we weren't anywhere expecting for the thing to sell as much as it did or become, as sort of talked about as it was. Or we just basically expect, first of all, when COVID hit, we didn't expect anyone to read it at all. We were just like, this is a
Mhm.
disaster. Nobody, they don't even, the shops aren't even open anymore. Like, this isn't going to come out. And then slowly they started to sort of figure that out. And then
Mhm.
the book sort of came out right at this perfect time where everybody was at home. I feel like they had stimulus checks,
Mhm.
interested in getting into like sort of falling back into the hobbies that they'd had. People that had read comics before sort of came back to it, and people that hadn't read comics before sort of found them. There's a whole bunch of new readers came in then. So we just had this book that was sort of, like just different enough to catch people's attention at the perfect time. And it was really the sort of thing that, like having just gone through promoting Feral, it's, like you can't repeat the same thing again because just the way that the world is like, it's everything that happens in the world sort of trickles down to your comic book when you're putting
Mhm.
a comic book out, so it was a horrible time for the world at large, but it was a very good time to put out a comic book that was just slightly off left to center like that, like slightly off kilter.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just shocked. We were of course happy about it, but Trish or Tone and none of us expected it to be successful like that. And it was, sort of a super bright beacon in a really dark time. Like, we're stuck at home,
Mhm.
people are dying. I got divorced at the same time, and
Jeez.
it's like everybody was going through awful shit. And then this book was sort of like the only thing going that was just really, never really let us down.
Right. No, and I mean, and that book went crazy. I mean, I don't know whose idea the horror movie variant covers was, but it was like every issue, suddenly you want the second, third, fourth printing, and you got to collect them all like
Yeah.
Pokemon or something. It was that book was an event.
Yeah, it was wild. It was sort of a like opportunity meets ambition type moment too,
Mhm.
because really they would show up and say, "Hey, we need a cover for a second printing," and it would be, Tuesday and they need it by Wednesday, or it would be Monday and they need it by Tuesday. So it was very fast turnarounds, and
Mhm.
those covers aren't simple like that. At least you know what you're starting with when you're doing
Yeah.
those homage covers, like. But we would have to really crank those things out. But every time we did it right away. And so they just came out, like we weren't going to let that moment pass and have us, still have, be holding the ball, like
Right.
we were very ambitious right when that happened.
Nice.